All right, welcome to another Crossroads podcast with Tyrell Lovegrove Dpiction.
How's it going today, guys?
Yo, what up, dog? So I was wondering, is Lovegrove, is that your real last name?
Yeah, that's my dad's last name on my dad's last name on his side.
Oh, really? Dude,
Yeah,
that's dope.
yeah. So that's actually a long story. He was actually adopted and everything, so
Mm-hmm.
that's his adopted parents' last name. Um, yeah, he went through a whole life of trying to figure out who his family was. He found his mom. Unfortunately, he didn't find his dad until it was too late. Uh,
Hmm.
but he did find some pictures, and you definitely know that that's his dad. But
Well,
Love
that's
Grove,
rad.
isn't, yeah, Love Grove isn't his blood last name, but it is. I do consider it my last name. So
Yeah, family that raised him and everything.
yeah,
Nice. So you're out in Missoula, right? Missoula, Montana?
yeah, out here in Zootown.
Nice. Yeah, Zootown's rad. I was actually planning on settling in Missoula and then my wife's from Helena. I'm from Great Falls originally,
Nice,
but
nice.
yeah, I see. It says you're from Arley.
Yeah. I grew up in Arley. That's my hometown. I grew up Arley all the way up to I went to Arley. I lived in Ronan, Polson.
Oh, nice. All the
You know,
smaller areas. Is that on the reservation? Is Arley or no?
yeah.
Oh, it is.
You wanna say what's up, Joyce?
Oh, what's up, kiddo?
You just had to come say hi real fast.
Nice.
How's it going, though? Yeah. All right, go finish your show, though. All right, well.
Yeah, kids. I seen that music video, Rejoice.
Oh yeah, that was for her, man.
Nice.
Um, it's dedicated to her. That whole song was the concept of it was me in explaining life in the most simplest times. Like I feel like sugarcoating life is kind of more of a weakness than a strength. So I
True
feel
that.
like so I feel like if we let these little ones know how life really is before going out there, like they're less vulnerable to falling into those traps, man.
Yeah, true that. Yeah, it's definitely a wicked world. But I like your music. It seems to have a pretty like positive and good vibes. Thanks for doing that good vibes cipher right away
Okay.
too, dude. You hit me with that quick.
Oh yeah, man. As soon as I heard I seen what is it, Nick's the one that hooks me up with my shows and everything, from over in Bozeman and everything.
Oh yeah, Nick Busy.
Yeah. He's the one that hooks me up with my shows. So I seen him repost your post, and I was like, you know what? I'm always down to collab with Montana artists. I'm all about Montana hip hop. I feel like Montana hip hop's on uprise right now.
Yeah,
Just actually Montana music in general. Like just music in general is going in an uprise and with 406.
yeah, true that. I believe it. What have you mainly been just doing shows around Montana?
Actually, yeah. Well, it's been a minute. I used to run with a group, the Undefined, and that
Hmm.
consisted of me, uh, Pensive, uh, Two Perplex, and Emphasis, and All Star, and that's what we used. We all kind of went our different ways and everything.
Hmm.
Me, All Star, and Pensive, aka their real names is Chino Lira and Darius Williams.
Okay.
They're really close friends, and same with Brendan, Antoine, and Malachi Kai, the other two. They're really close friends. At least they were. Um, I Other than that, I just wish what happened didn't happen. That's all I could say. I'm not gonna speak too much on the reason why. I don't care.
Yeah. I
But
mean, that does happen in life, and there it always happens, even with homies. People go separate ways. So you have like a hip hop group going on.
yeah, we were known as the Undefined. We did some shows. We opened up for Clyde Carson. We opened up, we did a show over in Plains. It was a pretty good show. We actually did some pretty good shows. Actually, it was pretty fun. There's five of us. It was, um, man, what was it, like 5 years ago? 5 years ago. I actually just had some memories pop up on Facebook about it and everything.
Nice. What do you want to travel
Yeah, I like
beyond
to
out of
try.
Montana?
Yeah, I did actually do a show in out in Hollywood for that Coast to Coast.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, that was about 4 years ago, and
How was
then
that? I had a homie that did that. It might have been about 4 years ago. It could have been. That'd have been wild if it was the same event.
it was actually really good. The only thing that I want to say that really was a negative on the whole thing was I performed with my hair down. My hair is curly, so I really like to let my hair flow, and that was a mistake that I'm never gonna make again. I was on stage, half of my song, and I inhaled my hair, man,
Oh,
and
really?
yeah, a whole strand, went like literally in my throat. Like I messed
Ah,
up so bad. Like
of
there was
course.
no.
And it's like right when it's showtime.
Yeah, I did it in front of all those people. That was my biggest show at that time. That was a bit, like that was a good show. A lot of people, and I still got a lot of good support afterwards. But the
Did you fly
judges,
out there then?
yeah, I flew out there. Me and my homie Donovan, my homie Donovan, fucking helped me fly out there, and
Nice.
he
Was
actually
he
was.
performing too, or just
No, he's just a really good friend of mine. He actually just helped me out. Just he's like, you know what? He's because what I did is I submitted my video. They got back to me, said that I'm the one that to fly out from Montana, and so I was like, hell yeah. And yeah, my funds wasn't at that time wasn't the greatest, but I was gonna do my best to make it out there. Then my homie came along, was like, you know what? We're gonna make it out there for sure, and got me out there.
nice?
Yeah,
Dude, that's
so.
dope. Yeah, you always got to take those chances to get out there, and regardless of if it's like a competition and you win or this or that, you still get out there, you get experience, you connect with people. So
Yeah,
you still
man.
gain those XP points.
Yeah, it was really fun actually. There was a backstage place just for all the hip hop artists, and it was like just straight out of a movie or something, man. Like there's this
Nice.
guy, man, and like he had a big old bag of pot, man, some ganja. He goes and throws it on the counter, and like he tells all of us, he's like, come here, man. He's like, you want to roll some up, and like literally has like five people come up and roll their own, and
Nice.
then this other person starts banging on the counter like boom, 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 and then like someone else comes in and starts rapping, and like so like literally like five people got in like this freestyle session, and I hopped in and I kind of it was like all we needed was some dancers, some freestyle. What is it? Reminded me of Step Up almost. All we needed was some,
Oh, right.
some dancers and everything.
Right, it'd be like breaking out and it's just like one of those musicals all of a sudden it just like really happened though, huh?
Yeah, that's how.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's
that's how it
dope.
was. It was like like everybody was just so vibing. There's no hate. It was all love, and like I was like, that's how it should be, man.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, your music has that kind of vibe to it, I would say. Seems like it's pretty positive. I mean, I seen the songs you did with was that Coulter?
Yeah, Coulter's actually filmed. So like after the group and I ended, after like we kind of calmed down a little bit, me, like I said, I still got me, Chino, and Darius. We still do music together. They still do music. Chino's a really good producer.
Hmm.
He does the beats and everything. He actually you know actually, if I do have some on my laptop, but I know that he's keeping some a secret because he got some good stuff that he wants to show. But he
Oh
got
yeah, true that. So is he in Missoula or just?
He actually, we met in Ronan,
Oh, okay.
we met in Ronan. Same with Darius. Actually, Chino's the one that introduced me to Darius. Yeah,
Nice.
that's the camera, love.
I'm not go down.
Huh?
I'm not go down.
Yeah, huh?
Why?
Yeah, it's not a touch screen, love.
I'm not go down. Why?
What?
Yeah, pretty cool nowadays. We got this ability. I mean, the kids nowadays growing up in it, it's gonna be a whole nother world. But I mean, you're pretty young, huh?
Yeah, I'm just turned 23. Well, not just. I'm about to turn 24 February.
Oh, nice.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think I had my first kid, my son, when I was 23.
Nice, nice. How old are you right now, if I may ask?
Yeah, I'm 32 now.
32?
And so
Oh
yeah,
man,
my son's like 8 years old now.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought you were like in your like I thought you were about my age, man. I didn't even. I
Oh
didn't even
yeah, nice. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty young spirited, you know. Um, but yeah, dude, kids, man, they change your life. And so, how long you've been doing music for a while? It
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
like since probably high school or something, or even before that.
Well, so it actually that goes way back. Actually, I started music. Well, it didn't start off with music. It started with poetry, second grade. I had a poetry teacher in Arlie. She would come in every once a week, and she would, we'd go through poems. We'd go through different styles of poetry, like the whole class. And she, like it never really hit until years later. But she told me that my music or my poems reminded her of songs.
Mm,
And my uncle George, like I said, I'm gonna be sending you a track from him that he did,
yeah.
for the Soulfire beats. So he's the one that inspired me to do music, So like my uncle George went through, him and my dad robbed a bank, at my uncle was
Oh, that's
15.
wild.
Yeah, my uncle was 15, my dad was 18, and like that, it showed me not what to do, but like but
Yeah,
like,
true that. If
like,
you can learn
so
from their mistakes, that
yeah,
helps.
yeah, but so my uncle had this, has that, like has that, I'm not gonna lie, he has that like 50 Cent, that like Ice Cube style, that like
Nice.
that 90s flow. So, but either way, like it inspired me because him and my dad, did music, like you know they learned from their mistakes as well. So like my after that, after my dad got out, he was a changed man, like after he had me and my brothers, like he did his best to be the best dad that he could. And same with my uncle, so they're that, I'm not gonna lie, that robbing the bank kind of messed up, some of the things, they could probably, my uncle probably would have went way further with music. He was
Mm.
performing in LA, he was performing places before, and like back then that was harder to get out to those places, you know.
I'll have to chat with him sometime just about, just life and how it is.
Yeah, yeah, I could definitely get him his contacts to you.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best thing about being able to do this nowadays. And with the ciphers, I'm just trying to network, connect with people um, online and then virtually, or and then in the real world, when I get back out there and start putting on shows again and
Nice, nice.
connect with
Hey,
everybody out there and
yeah,
then go
man.
on the road.
Yeah, I would love to come out there, and in person and everything, and love to see like how, it's like do this live.
Yeah, I just started doing them in person, and one day I'm gonna get like a real nice setup, But it's a progression. This is like my 23rd one I've done, I think. So
Nice,
it'll
nice.
grow. Eventually, once we hit like 100, then the audience will grow. It should help everybody network. Um, I mean, we connected through like Facebook, and I found your YouTube channel, and so I'll put those links down. And you're probably on Instagram and stuff too.
I do, yeah. So like I just started, like, so financially, I had to get myself, like, I if I had the funds to do the stuff that I wanted to back then, I would probably be way further with it.
Mm.
But I just started at the beginning of this year. I I am marking 2021 is when I put my footprint in the sand. That's this is when I'm like making my imprint here in Missoula. I'm trying to make my name known. Nobody knew Dpiction before 2021, but now after 2021, like I got a good. I could say confidently that like there's, like people know who I am now. And when it comes to the hip hop game here, you know,
Nice. Yeah, I mean,
and
you got I seen you did that other ciphers with the New Wave Studio.
yeah, I did that. I did a music video here at the beginning of the year called Penny at a Dime.
Oh, I checked that one out too. That was cool. I
Yeah,
liked
yeah,
how you had the whiteboard with your goals.
yeah, yeah. See, that's what I want. Like, like if people really, like it was just a glimpse, like that was like to show that I have a plan, like I've been plotting.
Well, then if
And
you got the plan, you can make it happen. Writing it all down like that, dude, that's what it takes.
yeah, yeah. So like if you notice, it says in there, "Rejoice." Supposed to debut on my daughter's birthday, which
Mm.
the plan worked perfectly. everything. I didn't have as much time. The day fell on a work day. I didn't plan it out as good. I only had 2 hours to film, but it was perfect. The sunshine at the park.
Dude, that
Uh,
was a great video.
yeah, yeah. So like it turned out perfect. Coulter, Coulter's honestly I love working with Coulter. He's a really. I feel like he is. People don't. I feel like people underestimate his work. Like what I mean by that is like I feel like he should be way out there more with his work. I told him one day he's gonna be filming Marvel movies, man. That's how I
Yeah,
feel
dude,
about
he
his
does.
work.
He's a great like cinematographer. Is
Yeah,
that what he
yeah.
focuses on primarily? Is the videos?
Yeah, seeing like he works, like yeah, he because I found him, I noticed he did some of Res Boy stuff, LA. I know he works, he's really close with LA and Shadow, so I seen a lot of their videos, and like I was just like, man, like if I could get, if I could just get this guy to film some of my videos, see what it takes, like man, and yeah, so that he's the one that did the clips that I'm gonna send you to edit. For the
Nice.
cipher. He's the one that filmed those, and also I do got another video I'm gonna be dropping. It's called "In the Heart of My City," and it was recorded at the Vault just last Sunday with my uncle George. And my verse and my concept of the song, is just like this is I was born in Missoula. Like if anything, like this is and like this is where I'm gonna thrive from. Like
True
so
that.
like like and I'm all about Montana hip hop, like I'm all about support, like all these other artists around here, man, it's all support for them, like I never want to see any Montana hip hop go on a downward scale, I want to see them all go up, it's all love because
True that.
at the end of the day, those East Coast rappers, West Coast rappers, like at the end of
Beef
the
are
day.
beefing and being competitive with each other, and
Well, there's that, but then there's some of them that work together, like
yeah,
you can't get nowhere by yourself, like there's, you gotta,
Pee
in
Dad.
order for us. And also, like
Daddy.
oh Joyce, I'm doing a video, my love. Can you go ask mom, my love, right now, okay?
I won't keep you too much longer since I do have the homie in like another 10 minutes. But yeah, man,
Oh,
we'll
no
chat
worries,
it
no
up.
worries. I'm like,
Me, Daddy.
okay, love, here, you mind, is there any way we could pause this for a sec, just for a sec,
Oh
or
yeah, that's cool. Here, I can hit
all right.
pause. All right.
All right, sorry about that. The little one, gotta make sure she's all good.
Oh yeah, true that. I mean, so also I was wondering with the name Depiction, what made you choose that name?
So I went through, as every artist I feel like goes through a lot of names. My first name my uncle picked for me. It was kind of, a long time ago. He, like I said, he kind of got me into it. They first started calling me Tyrese. And so like,
Nice.
seventh grade in Ronan, there was a lip sync dance contest in our school. And, he had the studio set up. Yeah, like he had his professional audio producer, Kato at that time. And, so like I went in there and I remember he wrote, at this time I didn't really know how to write lyrics. He showed me this is my learning ropes, like, so, when I was only like 11, 12 years old at this time. So like, yeah, he helped me write these, had me write these lyrics, helped me write them. And I can't even remember some of them, but it's, it's some of it was so cheesy, but it's like lit, so something dance contest, lip sync my own words. Yeah, I don't even know, man. But like there like it was just like so like it's cheesy, but still like I recorded my own song and then I joined the contest and yeah, I, lip sync my own songs in the contest, which I don't
Nice.
know. I didn't qualify to the final round, but still, I did what I could. And I made some songs back then. I actually had made some music videos like way back then, and I took them off of YouTube because they're so embarrassing, man. And when
Hey,
I,
I know how that is.
yeah,
Yeah, for
like
sure.
way before I found my voice. I mean, like like it was good for like for someone like young trying to do what he's doing, but that was before I found who I was, as an artist. And so like then I just simply turned my name from Tyrell to Tyrell
Oh,
because
nice.
I don't want to be fake. I don't want to rap about things that I don't have. I don't want to rap about things that ain't real. I want to rap about the real life. I am, I'm all about the struggle. And what I mean by that is, the struggles what made me, like
Right?
I've seen so much struggle around me. I've been through some struggle, like it's just this life's so fucked up, man. And like the one of the things that you just got to do, you just got to keep going. And that's what led me to my last and final name, Dpiction without the E. Just like like I have a vision, and like so Dpiction, like it's just a big metaphor, like like I'm I just got a vision, like, and this vision has been what's been driving me my whole life. And ever since I put that pen to paper and started going, that's just what's been driving me ever since, man, is that pen and paper. And every time, there's been times where I, try to put it down, like I was like, this ain't gonna work. And that just doesn't work.
Oh, right, yeah, for sure. You always come back to it to vent your thoughts or whatever. So with your vision too, what is your ultimate vision or goals with your music? Like, what do you want to do with your music? How do you want it to change like your life or others or anything?
So my big, like that's a good question, man. My big vision, man, is, honestly, like, you know, uh, my I fall my heritage and everything falls deeply on Native, and Hispanic heritage.
Mm-hmm.
So but one thing that I would do want is I just would like to see the people, people come together and like Native hip hop, 406 hip hop come out,
True
and
that. I'm trying
like
to tap more and more into the Native Americans. I do have Native American genetics from North Dakota, Turtle Mountains.
hell yeah,
And dude, there's a lot out here of different Native American hip hop artists and just hip hop artists in general, or not even hip hop, just artists. And dude, I dig it. I dig your style, and I dig the it just is like positive too. Like you say, the struggle. It's kind of about overcoming those struggles.
yeah. I gotta no, I guess this is a good time to kind of let people know this. So long run, I do got a documentary,
Oh, I
and
seen something about that on your video. I seen it on the bill on the board.
yeah. So it's called Through Eyes of Men, and
Mhm.
this it's just about the struggle, like, so here's some lyrics just to give you some context. They don't see the struggle, nah. They don't feel the pain, nah. They don't see the things that we've been through on the streets, at home, with the family, y'all alone, no. They don't see the struggle, nah. They don't feel the pain, nah. They don't see the things that we've been through on the streets, at home, with the family, y'all alone, and so like that's gonna be the intro to the whole thing, the pre-credits and everything.
Dude,
What
that's
I want
dope.
Yeah.
I dig
So
it.
what's it gonna do? So it's gonna be my first album. I'm gonna consider it my first album, but I want to have it, other artists involved, and I want us to touch base on, sensitive topics, suicide, like drunk driving, just things that really touch, like that are a struggle for the people here, just the
Yeah,
people.
real life
Yeah, real life,
matters.
real life struggles. And what so I got this one called In the Mind of Suicide, and that's my topic, and that one's it's a really deep one. I got some of it recorded, and like the whole concept of it is like, like this person going through struggles, got memories scattered on the floor, and then this demon comes around and he has a gun to his head and everything. And then like the demon voice is like, just pull the trigger, and then like, pulls the trigger. There's way more lyrics to it, but I just can't wait till people see this project.
Dude,
And then the demon pulls the trigger, and like after he pulls the trigger, it goes black, and then there's some lyrics in that blackness.
sounds
And
like
so
you do have a vision.
yeah, and so after that blackness comes back, it's him, it's him holding the gun, and he's like, "What the hell am I doing?" And like he's like he sets the gun down, you know, and walks away from the gun. And there's a
Dude.
whole story behind it. There's a whole lyrics and everything about it. And I want in-depth music videos like that, like little tiny movies, descriptive music videos of everything. And 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 it's all going to be chapters. So the first chapter is going to be in the mind of suicide. And right now, I just came up with this idea literally a year ago. About
Nice.
a year and a half ago, this idea sparked, and I just started writing things down. I got script ready pretty much, but I want to get people's interviews about how they feel about these certain topics, people that were interacted with, people that actually, and it's gonna, I know some people don't want to talk about it, but the people that are willing to, I want them to speak about it, and I want,
Yeah, and it's a really important thing, and that's the power of music too. Like that you can actually save people's lives through music, or just that music video might save somebody from making that choice. You know,
yeah. Yeah,
and
I totally agree, and that's why the end goal on that project, everything has to be, obviously everything has to be original, everything has to be like on point, and everything has to, I have to have contracts. I got contracts, everything lined up. I already got legal contracts that are ready to go for everybody that's part of it, and I'm gonna pitch it to Netflix, Hulu, or something like that. And I already looked up how to do it, and so the steps are in line. I just all it is now is just funding and getting the camera rolling.
dude, it sounds like you're a man with a plan, bro. Dude, I love to hear that. I mean, it's just like goals. When you set goals, it actually really helps, writing them down. And if you, like you say, when you have those plans where it's like, okay, this is what we need, then it'll take investment to get these cameras or bring these ideas to life.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree.
Sounds like you've
And
thought it through.
yeah, I've had it.
And you're young, so you still got a lot of time left.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
hope so, man. Um,
true
you
that.
know, I like what I mean by that is got to keep a watch on my health. My dad just passed from stage 4 pancreatic cancer, and
Oh,
he was
I'm
only
sorry
40
to
years.
hear. My condolences. Like,
No worries, no worries.
bless his soul.
After seeing what the pain that he was in, man, I don't, I'm glad that he's out of it, Like he went from 240 pounds to fucking 95, 70 pounds in about a month and a half, 2 months.
Wow.
Like it like it just ate him up. So like I'm just glad that he's out of it. But he's actually in, that's almost 2 years from now. So, it just
Mm,
inspired me, like he inspired me, in life and also in death, So like,
true
part of the
that.
reason I'm going for him, I do got a song, and it's one of the main songs in the documentary, and it's called The Rise of Man,
Mm,
and it's about that struggle of finding myself it's finding myself in the midst of the madness. My daughter Joyce was just 1.5 years old. My dad just passed, someone really close to me, like I was trying to figure out how to keep myself together and take care of my family, and my lady Tanya, she just she her grandma just passed too, so we're dealing
mm.
with death, like really close, and
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about that as well. Rest
yeah,
in
and
peace.
oh yeah, thank you. And at the same time, we were at that same time we were trying to make sure our little one was okay, so
Oh, yeah. The
my
reality of our mortality.
yeah, for real. Like it's
You
just
know?
that. So like I described that song as the struggle between life and death, trying to figure out yourself between the midst of the madness, trying to hold
Mm,
it all together while, while it seems like, just some things are falling apart. But like my daughter Joyce, she did help me out a lot, man. Like from the very beginning. If it was like you said earlier in this interview, like, like kids do change our lives, man. And like straight up, if it wasn't for my daughter, I probably wouldn't be this far in music as I would be, like, and what I mean by that is just spiritually and ready to go
mm.
with my music, like before, I'm not gonna lie, when uh, with the group, when the Undefined back then, we were all younger and everything, so we were going through some dark times all as a whole, So you could hear it in the music. My music was a little bit darker,
Mm.
back then,
Right, I know how that is. Yeah, and that is part of the change that happens when you're like becoming a father, getting older, becoming a man,
yeah, yeah,
becoming
totally.
like you say when you're like finding who you are as an artist and kind of just going through those changes of like you say, I'm gonna be more like this, less like this, you know.
Yeah, yeah, for real. I totally understand. Like that's that's about like there's just a point in time where like I don't know, like, I found myself in music about a year and a half ago, like 2 years ago, like legitly. And that's when I told myself I was gonna, stick with this vision that I had. And so like other than that, I, like this music, I never thought that I would have evolved into, someone that would, like that would be this so into music, back then,
Mhm.
like my poetry, I never thought of my poetry of anything, never thought of my music as nothing, like I grew up bullied, I had people picking on me. I always feel like the underdog,
Mm.
but just this year,
True that.
like this year, I'm just like, like I went humbly all this year, and I'm still humble as I could be, but it's like I told myself beginning of this year, it's time to put my foot down and let people know who Dpiction is, and let them know that I'm here with a vision, and that I'm a Montana hip hop artist as well.
Dude, well, hell yeah, man. I'm stoked because I'm hopefully that this brings more awareness to all the artists and, promoters, people putting on shows and the audience, the listeners out there, not only through this podcast, but it'll lead into the music and everything like that. So, yeah, dude, I'm stoked to connect. I'm looking forward to your new music and videos, and your new project sounds super rad.
Oh yeah, oh, yeah. I got a new I do, this is for everybody listening that decides to listen to this podcast too as well. But I do got a new, like I said, a new music video in the heart of my city dropping. It'll probably be dropping here in about 2 weeks, so just keep a lookout.
Nice.
I'll make sure to give you a link of it as well. And speaking of that documentary project too, I would love to have you a part of it.
Yeah, for
Just
sure.
you know, I don't know like what, I don't know at least what aspect yet, but I would love to have you part of it. Just as much people as I could.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, whether it's an
Yeah,
interview.
gladly, my pleasure. It's that's what it's all about. Just I'm like reconnecting with people now because it's been a couple years after COVID that I was like hiding away. I'm like, man, I got to get back out there, start connecting and putting some more, letting everybody shine some more. So thank you for sharing your music with the people because honestly, I believe in you a lot, and I think that the more you create music, that you're gonna have a really positive influence on people, and that's what can save some lives. That's the amazing thing about it is it could, if they're going through a hard time, you might uplift their spirits, and it's good to have artists like you out there.
Oh, yeah, yeah, man, I appreciate that so much, man. Like when I hear those words, man, it gives me, it's those words that keep me going. Like, just from anybody, like my shows and everything too. Like I get up on stage, and I'm not gonna lie, I get up on stage and I'm just like, I don't have hype songs, some song like I have like one or two hype songs now, three hype songs that I could perform, like that'll get the stage popping, like, like, but when it comes down to it, I have like you said, I like my stories on stage and everything, but the feedback and everything like is always 100% like positive, and it's just like it's always surprised me. And like I said, like I said, that's what keeps me going. So thank you for what you do. Thanks for the cipher the SOULFIRE cipher that you're doing. Thanks for the
Yeah.
podcast, man. Like
Yeah, true that.
like just like you keep doing what you're doing too, man. Because I check some of your, the guitar and everything, man.
Oh,
That
yeah.
shit, that's a gift right there, man. I never learned the guitar. I tried piano. I don't know, man. I guess my dad was good at the piano, but me just never really, just never really was me. I just was more of just like the pen and paper, the lyric.
Everybody has their, their like natural gifts and talents and skills and strengths, you know. And I guess, you know, that's the best thing about networking too, is it takes a good team and a good group of people that support each other to help everybody rise up. And so I mean, I'll definitely, when I start lining up some shows, I'll keep you in mind, especially the ones in your area, so we
Sounds good.
can
Sounds
get
good.
together in the real world. That'd be dope.
So yeah, I can't wait, man. And you know, I'm more summertime come next year. I'm more than willing to go out of my area too. Uh,
Okay.
as soon as that summertime hits, yeah, I'll have a whole new set list ready, and that's my plan. Summertime next year is to travel outside of Montana a little bit, see how that goes.
Nice. Well, I mean, it sounds like you got ideas in mind. I'm sure you'll manifest them.
Yeah,
So,
hell yeah.
well, thank you for doing this podcast. We'll do it again sometime. We'll get to chop it up again and just stay connected.
Sounds like a plan, man. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah. Hey, man, and bless the fam. Good to meet the kiddo.
Oh yeah, man. Thank you, man. You take it easy.
Yeah, much love, man. Peace.
Hey.